The text discusses the issue of targeted individuals being attacked and tortured remotely using technologies like remote neural monitoring, RNM, and voice-to-skull, v2k. These technologies allow for mind reading, mind control, tracking, organized gang stalking, and physical injury harassment through directed energy weapons. The text also highlights the harmful effects of these attacks on the physical and mental health, hygiene, career, and personal relationships of the targeted individuals. It goes on to call for recognition of these non-consensual experimentation and covert torture programs as severe human rights violations and life-threatening cybercrimes. The document requests the UNHRC to take action and provide justice for targeted individuals affected by this no-touch torture. It also provides sources as proof of the existence of these weapons. How can targeted individuals protect themselves from remote neural monitoring, RNM, and voice-to-skull, v2k technologies? By educating themselves and speaking out. Torture comprises of mind reading, mind control, central nervous system control, 24/7 anywhere tracking, organized gang stalking, voices-to-skull (VVK) physical injury harassment through directed energy weapons. This has been going on in India for past 15 years at least. I am getting attacked, tortured for many years now. Voice-to-skull started in 2016. All these attacks are no-touch, covert, and are remotely operated, and so leave the minimum evidence, if at all, thus making all available laws ineffective and powerless to help the targeted innocent civilians. The people targeted and subsequently tortured systematically are termed as targeted individuals, or T. There are several hundreds of Ts defending and fighting for justice in India and globally across many countries now. 1. Total surveillance, mind reading, body-mind control, dream manipulation using neuroweapons, remote neural monitoring module, RNM, using this. Harassers can view all the innermost thoughts of the targeted person on a screen, as clearly as one reads a newspaper. The eyes of the target become a live camera for the trackers. Whatever the target's view is recorded on the tracker's computer or viewed by the tracker's brains using a brain-to-computer interface, BCI, brain-to-brain interface, BBI. These satellite-based technologies result in gross bypassing of fundamental human rights such as personal privacy, health, safety, data security, family security, etc. Pre-packaged dream sequences are routinely downloaded to T's brains and harassers interact with the victims while they are dreaming. Stressful traumas, shocks are also induced via artificial dreams, completely wirelessly, without any chip implants, electrodes, etc. 2. Invisible physical harassment, directed energy weapons. Any of our body parts can be targeted and attacked by these directed energy weapons. These weapons may use microwave EMF waves and can cause a wide range of diseases including cancer, heart failure, kidney disease, vertigo, hands-legs paralysis, internal decay, memory losses to name a few, all at the touch of a button from anywhere, traceless, just by using the unique brain fingerprint, brain frequency, of any victim, anywhere. Also, many fatal heart attacks, palpitations that struck the victim when asleep may have been induced, catalyzed by these weapons. 3. Disruption of thought freedom by voice-to-skull, VK. This patented technology is also known as microwave hearing, synthetic telepathy, voice of God weapon, and is being used for traceless mental harassment. Using this, the harassers beam in abusive voices directly into skulls of the targeted individuals by passing their ears. Harassers interrupt and censor the victim's normal thinking when traveling anywhere in society by beaming in abusive voices into the victim's head constantly, hence spoiling work tasks completion. Victims also get wrongly labeled as mentally ill when reporting about this. Not many are aware about novel neuroelectromagnetic bioweapons and its capabilities. v2k is also used for deception, causing confusion by beaming voices inside skull, in between talks when Tai is talking to other people, and impersonation of voices of close persons, whenever close persons are talking to Ts. These perpetrators intertwine their own voices along with the close person's voices by a technology named EEG heterodyning. Total loss of privacy. Surveillance is usually carried out first unannounced secretly for years, without the targets ever being able to detect that their innermost details had been collected and stored, and that their own eyes themselves are made to act as cameras giving the latest details about themselves and the places and persons they visit. These devices are suspected to be authorized to access government satellites and are linked to supercomputers for data analysis and harvesting purposes. Victims have no privacy anywhere on the planet, bathrooms and bedrooms included. Harmful effects: the targeted people's physical health, hygiene, peace of mind, career and social credibility, family, friends and other relationships. All these get seriously downgraded and systematically made to fade out via the above torture program. A primary goal in these slow kill, no-touch, soft kill programs is to remove TIs from the job workforce so that they are in range at home for longer times to facilitate more testing, refining of weapons, and for training more operators and neural programmers. The combined impact of all these together: physical wounds, 24/7 psychotronic warfare, career systemically made to vanish, is devastating to TIAs, to say the least. Worldwide issue. Dr. John Hall, MD, doctor and author, USA, who has analyzed the above phenomenon personally, calls this as satellite terrorism and the greatest threat to humanity as a whole in the near future. Finally, there are hundreds across the world as well, myself included. I am still facing all the above no-touch torture. As long as the public are unaware of the above secret surveillance on mass scale by these secretive operators, more innocent civilians could be targeted in future as well. All these no-touch torture with directed energy weapons and voice-to-skull are remotely controlled. Thus, this full protocol, organized stalking, and electronic harassment, OSA in short, leaves the least physical evidence of any wrongdoings and has become strongly prevalent inside many nations. This leaves us with a very rudiment question of a dignified human life. What is more worse in this world than your body, brain, and mind getting hacked and harassed covertly and illegally? We humbly request NHRC to take due cognizance of the above issue and include all non-consensual experimentation, covert torture programs of these remote monitoring, influencing systems, and weaponized technologies as severely punishable human rights violations and a life-threatening cybercrime, which needs urgent investigation. Legislation and, most importantly, due justice given for targeted individuals who are severely affected by this no-touch torture perpetrated by covert criminals. Also request world countries through NHRC to safeguard our dignity to human life with immediately stopping this crime. Provide monetary compensation for the loss of productive life and provide mil-grade shielding which will protect us from getting attacked by such energy weapons. Please refer the below sources for proof of existence of such weapons. When neuroscience leads to neuroweapons. When neuroscience leads to neuroweapons. Governments should use an upcoming conference to curb the spread of arms that target the central nervous system. thebulletin.org//when neuroscience leads to neuroweapons. B. Clydicol, Toiwer 3, IB000, SHKM56, SSQJ2, XDYQXN7, UD0, CZPFXJ7, VVBDBL, SALKJ0, DTK0, SELO. U.S. Army developing synthetic telepathy. Times of India. Science News. The U.S. Army is funding a new research project to explore the possibility of creating a technology that will enable soldiers to convey messages by thou. timesofindia.indiatimes.com/home/science/U.S. Army developing synthetic telepathy/article show/.cms FB Clydicol Toiwer 2 Kun 6 CP737 billion 6 Basj Pajon FBW9 FAC DFXEH6 PTVH7 MZXN6 Inlayan Fermiqual Tum DR Spooky mind reading technology, www.deccanchronicle.com/nation/current affairs/spooky mind reading. Technology.html, AFB Clediqual, Toywar01 GTBMN Zone, Celsius 7 IUCHI 81 Gyron DGWM9 QMI6 Rydopm QPBV8 KVUZN FCY D7Q. From PsyOps to NeuroWire, what are the dangers? http web.isanet.org Web Conferences Isostin Archive BC DB feedc.pdf B lidi workshop sa biyujainam bo B QF ND cogwim cure ICBVN. Weapons of perception, neuroscience and mind-controlled weapons. www.armytechnology.com/features/feature weapons of perception, neuroscience, mind-controlled weapons, and the military /